But Dave, let's talk about the games that went on this weekend. We had a doozy of 4 games, not as much as a super wild card weekend, but it was still a great week. First game that kicked it off for us, the Rams finally met the edge saw, the blade saw, which is the Green Bay Packers. Dave, the question I'm going to ask you about this game, because I'm thinking about it already, did this game basically solidify that, yes, the Packers have a really good shot this year of winning the Super Bowl and solidify the Super Bowl pick of the Packers?
I'd say if you took a poll today, the Packers would be the favorites to win the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I think with Patty Mahomes' injury and uncertainty and Tom Brady's Tom Brady-ness, there's a very high chance that the Packers are the favorites for the Super Bowl. They got an offense. They got a defense. They got this guy named Aaron fucking Rodgers out there.
Mm-hmm.
And they got to make Tom Brady come up to Lambeau. I want to say Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
They got to make Tom Brady come up to Lambeau and play in the fucking cold. So I'm all about this. I think it's set up for the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this Rams team wasn't a fucking thing they could do. Like,
no.
It wasn't a competitive game. So,
I mean, yet again, it kind of seemed like it early on, like, ooh, maybe the Packers offense isn't going to get it going. Like, once the game ended, Dave, I was like, wow, I feel pretty confident in how I saw this game going. Saw the Packers winning by more than a touchdown. I saw basically, I was like, okay, Adams is going to get a touchdown. The only thing I was wrong on is Lazar got the touchdown. I thought it would be Big Bob Tunyon that gets that touchdown for the Packers. This is something where I think next week is a good game for the Packers, but I still like them over the Buccaneers. Which also, did you see on Twitter and stuff today what the big thing that's going on Instagram? And Dak Prescott actually commented on it.
What's that?
The NFL memes account put a picture of Tom, and it said, Tom Brady and the Cowboys, number of NFC championship games since 1997. Tom 1, Cowboys 0. Number of years they've been in the NFC since 1997. Tom Brady 1, Cowboys 24. And Dak commented on it and said, at Ezekiel Elliott, hold my crutches. So looks like Dak's taking it a little personally, Dave.
He should. He fucking should.
Oh man, if I'm a Cowboy fan, I love that because that's the guy you want as your quarterback, not anyone else. Jerry Jones wants.
If he signs the contract.
That's the thing. If he does, that's what I'm saying. I want him to sign the contract if I'm a Cowboys fan. Also with the Rams, I guess the big story is this offseason there's going to be the Goff and McVay are going to have to get to the Kumbaya circle, Dave, because there's a little rift between those two, and people are now wondering about the future of the Rams because of it.
What a hilarious draft that was. Jared Goff,
Carson Wentz,
quarterback on the Eagles. Yeah, I'd say a certain quarterback on the Eagles who is been halfway pushed out of town. Both of these guys were just can't miss talents, uber guys. You know, obviously Goff was the polished guy. God, I did it again. I got nope. Don't go full Todd.
Todd.
He's a polished one. He's got clear, clean, concise throwing motions. Meanwhile, Carson Wentz over there, big arm, big, strong, throwing power. Love to see what he does. Hits those fucking over-the-shoulder throws. Both of them suck. Those are two awful contracts for two guys who have fallen off the fucking wagon. Like, for me, it's just shocking. It's funny. I can laugh at it because I didn't like either one of these guys. And both of them had such early success in their career. And it was like, man, these guys look like breakout stars. Everything's going to hit perfect for them their whole career. And now it's just like, both these guys fucking suck. Like, obviously, Wentz had no offensive line, no wide receivers. Goff has had some injuries he's struggled with. There are circumstances around their situations that definitely lead to their lack of success. But still, it's just kind of, I have fun with it.
I'm also going to be honest. I'm looking at that draft. I don't know if so. Cleveland and Tennessee were 1-2. Tennessee obviously didn't need a quarterback. They just had taken Marcus Mariota the year before, I believe. Cleveland, I know Sean and I did a video on when
Cleveland
that draft taken. But I was like, I don't know why they didn't take a quarterback. But the guys they got
Johnny Manziel or some shit the year before.
You're right. I think they did have Johnny Man. No. Yeah, I think they did have Johnny Manziel at that point. But basically, I'm looking at the guys that those two teams got. Jack Conklin for the Titans. I guess that's a win. You got an offensive lineman.
Very good.
And then Corey Coleman for the Browns, who is no longer on the team, I believe. He got cut from the Browns on Hard Knocks.
You are correct. He is an asshole.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, the Titans hit. The Browns didn't. And it looks like Eagles and Rams did not, because I guess the whole reason why they need to go to the Kumbaya circle, Dave, is McVay's just upset that, hey, I signed off on you getting this contract because I thought you were fucking good, motherfucker, and now you're bad. What do you do? It's like the Scooby-Doo thing. Like, you pull the mask, it's like, Jared Goff, you've been bad quarterback all along. Like, just name one. Tim Couch. You've been Mitch Trubisky all along. The next game, Dave, that capped off our Saturday, this was a fun one because I was scared for a moment. I thought that the Ravens were going to get it going at some point. Close game against the Bills, but hey, Bills
that
offense.
Third quarter was night and day after halftime.
Yeah,
that's when you know who made the adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's the key. That's called good coaching right there.
I mean, a Lamar Jackson injury also didn't help.
Well, that's not gonna. Yeah. But I mean, like, Lamar Jackson's injury is not gonna hurt the fucking Bills offense, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Lamar Jackson entered the concussion protocol, did not come back in that game. Basically, for me, it's like the Ravens are a team where it's like, okay, Lamar, you got over the hump, you won a playoff game. Now let's see next year if you can build on it and beat a good team like the Buffalo Bills. Because to get to the Super Bowl, you're going to have to beat those teams. Dave, I know I picked the Bills to go to the Super Bowl, but I am saying I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared after this game. The only reason why is the last two games have been closer than I thought for the Buffalo Bills. I know playoff football is going to be closer than the regular season, but 27 points against the Colts, 17 points against Baltimore is, in my mind, I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to pick the Bills when we get to Friday. But is there a chance? Yet again, Patrick Mahomes, we'll talk about his health, see if he's even cleared to play this week, as he entered the concussion protocol in his game.
Did he?
He did at the end. Yeah, he went off to the locker room and then...
was he officially entered into the concussion protocol? I
will look it up officially. I know he went to the locker room to enter that protocol during the game.
Tests. I heard he had passed his tests.
Mm-hmm.
I did not hear if he was actually officially registered in the concussion protocol. Because that does have some stipulations around it.
Yeah. But with the Bills, should Bills fans be a little nervous now that they're going up against the team in the KC Chiefs?
Well, yeah. I mean, duh. It's the best fucking team in the league for the last year. Like, literally 30 games straight, the Kansas City Chiefs have been the best team in the NFL. Like, they're just insanely talented. Their offense is disgusting. Their defense can get at it at the right time. We saw Tyrann Mathieu go out and get some for himself on Sunday. So, like, yes, that Cleveland game was closer than a lot of people thought. But then for everybody else who's been paying attention to the Chiefs the entire fucking year, yeah, that's exactly how we thought it was going to end. Like, it was going to be a close game. It was, no one knew that, obviously, Mahomes would not be in the game to end the game, but it was the idea that this game will not be a blowout by any means, because this is our Kansas City Chiefs team of the year. We will win when it counts. And the Browns team this year has always been, we will fight to the fucking death. So I was happy to see one of those teams hold true. Meanwhile, the Browns being fucking cowards on fourth down and punting.
Yes.
Will not tolerate weakness in this dojo.
Here's the thing, and before I get in on that, I did find the answer to our question. This was from ESPN earlier today. Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes is in the NFL's concussion protocol, and that's really all we can say about his status 6 days before the AFC Championship game. We don't know how long he will be sidelined. We don't know if he'll be able to play on Sunday. We don't know for sure if he suffered a concussion. What we do know is that brain health is one of the major storylines of the NFL's divisional playoff round. Mahomes was removed from the Chiefs' victory on Sunday after a hit at the end of a run left him staggering. A day earlier, Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson was ruled out from a loss after he slammed his head on the ground. So really, we don't know. Technically, he didn't fucking have a concussion.
On McAfee's show, there was a tweet from one of the radio guys from Kansas City who said it was like a nerve in his neck So it wasn't actually a concussion, but again, that was not a rumor, nothing confirmed. So, Kansas City 610 Sports announced that it was a neck issue with a nerve that got tweaked. Discussion, team docs. It's a no-brainer from our standpoint, blah, 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 blah. Oh, my God, stop playing ads. I hate you.
So point is, he's going to most likely clear this. If it's something in his neck with a nerve, he'll most likely clear the protocol and be good for Sunday. That's basically what I'm thinking. Yeah. So this is just
all the tests for the concussion protocol. So. Yeah.
So this is just the NFL being extra safe with it because of the stigmatism that has gone with concussions. But yeah, next week is going to be a great game between the Chiefs and the Bills. But like we'll go full into Chiefs Browns because you even threw it out. Here's the thing on that fourth down you were talking about, Dave, and I'll ask you if this is still the cowardness level of it. Many people are thinking of like, oh, if Patrick Mahomes was still out there, Stefanski would have went for it on that fourth down. Instead, it was one of those, well, I don't think too highly of Chad Henne. I'm going to punt the ball. Most likely I'm going to get it back kind of a thing. And even there have been some that goes, yeah, Chad Henne's out there, but Stefanski knows he's going up against Andy Reid, right? Who likes to call some interesting things. And yet again, it's more the coach than the player. Is that still weakness, or is that just like, wow, you made a bonehead decision when you should have just trusted your gut?
No, I mean, I think it's a bonehead decision. I think that the whole situation is your team is down. It's the fourth quarter. The Chiefs have 2 timeouts. You cannot expect to stop them, get the ball back, and score again in the time remaining. You have to go for the win. And disappointed. I mean, that's all I can say at the end of the day. I was disappointed watching that. The play calling there was awful down the line.
Dude, they did a, what was it? It was like a out route. It was kind of like, I think it's like zone out route and a shotgun. And it's like, I'm looking at that play and I'm going, why? You guys usually don't run that play. Like, that's not something that you do. It didn't look like the same Browns team that we saw a week ago, or 2 weeks ago per matter for the Steelers. And then Dave, the very last game, the NFC one, Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the New Orleans Saints. Although everyone is expecting this to be the case, Dave, there's been no official announcement. I know Jay Glazer, guy Brandon really likes on Fox Sports, reported before the game that it is true. However, Drew Brees has said nothing of it. Has Drew Brees played his last game, Dave, in your mind 100%. For the Saints?
100%. It's over. It's done. He's got a noodle arm. He's done.
Dude, like we were talking during the game, and it's like, it's bad when your coach doesn't, or I'm not going to say doesn't believe in you, but knows you have such a noodle arm that it's like, hey, we're going to run this play that the Bears did last week. By the way, genius. Taking a play from another playbook and then implementing it into your team in a week's time. Fucking genius, Sean Payton. But hey, we're gonna pull out Drew Brees because I know Jameis Winston can make that throw better than you can.
Remember we had who was it? There was a certified Hail Mary thrower for Andrew Luck when he had a case of the noodle arm going too.
Good point.
So it's not unheard of, but and Drew Brees was done. And I mean, like, look, not everybody ends their career like Elway. It's sad. You're going to lose, and there was nothing you could do about it. And it's funny because it's the most uncharacteristic Drew Brees way to go out with 3 interceptions, a pick 6. Like, it didn't look like Drew anymore. And I think that's a sad thing at the end of his career.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's one of those where you look at the overall career. I remember seeing him on the Chargers early in our lifetime. And then it was like, oh, the Chargers are going to get rid of him. And we're like, oh, it's because of the injury with his neck. And I remember when the Saints picked him up, like, even though as a kid, it's like, shit, is this a smart, like, even as a kid, you go, is this a smart move? Like, they're taking a risk on him, and then look at the career that he has with the Saints and wins a Super Bowl 3 years later.
Literally the 3rd best passing quarterback we've ever seen in the existence of football. Yeah. A guy who was available to 29 other teams out there at the time, and just nobody else was really.
Yeah. And then
there are probably a couple of spots where he wouldn't land, obviously, but like at the time it happened, it was just like, I know your Minnesota Vikings were looking, and you chose rollout.
Yeah. I didn't mind Dante Culpepper, though. I liked Culpepper.
Get it going, Ricky. Gotta get going.
Gotta roll out with Dante Culpepper. Gotta get the punch in there, too. But yeah, like we said, now it's Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. And now we get to ask the storylines going into that game are phenomenal. First off, Tom Brady, new team. He's coming in to take the NFC by storm. Can he go? Like, if Tom Brady gets to the Super Bowl,
Storm.
Yeah, the Storm.
Okay. One team in the NFC still knows who the fuck it is.
Yeah. If he even gets to the Super Bowl, Dave, for sure locks down the GOAT argument. I'm saying if. I agree with you. I don't think he will either. No. But if there's any question from anybody, like, the cliff is no longer here. Like, he could get to the Super Bowl with anybody. At this point, we should just have him then on different teams to see if he can get to the playoffs with every single team in the NFL. He doesn't have that many years left in him, though. Don't tell Tom Brady that because he thinks he does.
41?
What?
42, 41, how old's Tom?
Tom Brady is, let's see, because I know he wants to play till 50, right, Dave? That's still the thing?
Shit like that, yeah.
Tom Brady is 43.
43?
He just turned 43 in August. So, yeah, cool. I don't think he's got, 30 more years left in him at quarterback? Because that's how many teams he'd have to play for, because he only played for 2.
But he has to go it already, and it's wonderful. And, yes, he won his game. No, he will not be able to beat the Packers led by Aaron Rodgers. Mm-hmm. Sorry, your story ends here. He probably will be back next year unless he goes out with an injury here.
Yeah, I mean, yet again, Mad Rogue's right. Fucking the offense is stacked with Evans, Gronk, Godwin, Brown, Fournette in the backfield, fucking even Rojo in the backfield. But either quarterback wins this game, it's a fucking story, Dave, because Tom Brady gets there or Aaron Rodgers fighting adversity. The team wants you out, Dave. And you say, no, not now. That quarterback, that was a wasted fucking pick because I'm here to stay. I'm going to the Super Bowl.